Why? This Terrence Gangster William. I'm going to be sharing with you all the first few days of my freedom after doing 23 years and 10 months. When I first received the information that I was able to leave New Orleans, I got my plane ticket and I didn't know if I can get on the plane because I only had this. I didn't have a personal ID. And this is the ID they giving up money on. I left the prison. But anyway, I was scared. I didn't think I was going to be able to get on the plane because I thought you had to have personal IDs. But the people who get out of prison, you are able to get on the plane with your prison ID. And I went to the lady who was helping people out with their bags, and she was like, I let her know I just got out of prison, and she was like, okay, come on, because I worry about your prisoners. I want to make sure you all know where you're going and help you all out. So she helped me check my bag in. She told me which way to go, and I got in this little long line, went around in a circle, and when I gave my plane ticket to the lady at the booth, I had to take my shoes off and take everything out of my pocket and put it in this little container. It ran through a machine. I had to step in the machine, and something must have went off because the guy calling people. I was like, man, what's going on? I just got out. I hope nobody didn't try to plant the drugs on me. And I had the shoes I had must have had some kind of drug paraphernalia or something on it. I don't know what it was, but he was like, you mind if I search you? He patted me down. He ran his hands all the way up to my balls. Like, it was real uncomfortable the way he patted me down. But I was cleared. Once I was cleared, I headed to the section where I had to go to board the plane. I was happy, you know. I was like, whoa, man, my first time, I'm gonna get up out of here. But I got on the plane, and when I made it to my destination, my homeboy picked me up, and he was like, man, you wanna drive? I was like, no, man, I was nervous. I was scared, because I was like, I don't have no driver's license. I was like, man, I don't wanna get behind this wheel and wreck some or step on the gas too hard or sit in the cut. So he drove a little while. Then once we got by a Walmart, it's like we went into Walmart and actually I forgot my code now that I think about it on my this card here. So if someone could tell me how you jailbreak this card to get my money off here, that would be fine. Now, like I was saying, we left out of Walmart. He was like, man, you drive. I was like, come on, give it here. So I adjusted the seat, put my seatbelt on, and I took my time driving. I got the hang of it. It was pretty cool, you know. My first time driving since I had been out. And we went to the house where I was going to stay at, and I checked out the neighborhood, pretty cool. The next morning I got up, walked around the neighborhood to see what was what. Didn't see anybody hanging out, you know, nothing going on, no drugs, selling, no shooting. After I walked around the neighborhood, I went back to the house and I called the welfare place. I was like, okay, I need to get me some food stamps so I can contribute to the house. And I went there, applied for food stamps. They gave me some food stamps. They told me I only last for 3 months. Then they told me to go to this place to go get a job. But at the time, my homeboy here knew a guy at this place that had a job that they were hiring. So I ignored that, and the people sitting there threatening, if you don't come to a workplace, something gonna cut your food stamps off. I wasn't tripping, but I didn't go. So they wound up cutting the stamps off. But I had wound up getting a job. I come home January 3rd. I got a job in March. I would say March. February? March. March I got a job. Yeah, I got a job in March, and I didn't want to deal with the stamps anymore anyway, because I heard that once you have a job, you don't report it, it will make you pay it back and get in trouble. So I was like, I just come home. So a lot of things I was scared, you know, so I didn't bother to go reapply for them, or the last month, I might still have some on the call. But I got a job. I was getting $16.25 an hour. And, you know, it felt good that I was able to pay half the rent, pay, you know, the utility bills. He had an extra car in his garage, so I helped. So I had, one of the cars was kind of broke. I paid to have it fixed, and I started using that car to go to work. It was my first time ever working a legal job, and it felt good. I enjoyed going to my job. It was even more, the thing about that job that I didn't like, I had to wait 2 weeks to get paid. So it's like, I felt like I was working for free. Like, it's because they're a job that you get paid once a week, and but it was exciting, it kept me busy, kept me, focused, and I just loved the experience, I was like, oh wow, I can't wait to get my first check. So when I got my first check, I immediately gave them half on the rent and half on the utility bills. I didn't buy nothing for myself. I just put the money up, and as I was working that job, I started realizing that this was a lot of work. I was like, okay, now I need to find something a little more easier. So I found this other job that was offering $18 an hour. So I switched from that job to my current job, which is more laid back, you get paid more. But it's a good experience now, and as I'm working, he had introduced me to a female, and I started going over to the female house, started hanging out, kicking with her, and we wound up, we made a mistake and had sex, psych. But my first experience with having sex, it wasn't exciting. It wasn't what it was all cracked up to be, after being out so long. So I guess I wasn't turned on by the female. But as I was doing my work, the job, one of my brothers from prison had reached out to me, and he was telling me about this other female I had met during my prison sentence. And he was like, man, you should see her. She didn't have fine. I was like, what? And I didn't say nothing. Then like a week passed, he brought her name up again. So I was like, he's like, man, I'm gonna get her number for you from my baby mother. I was like, all right, cool. So I guess he told the baby mother to tell her that I wanted to talk to her. And he had got the number for me. But no, I think she called on 3-way or something. But me and her talk, because I used to speak with her over the years when I was in prison. And now that, we talking, and she had moved from where she was living at. So she had to relocate to another state. And as we were talking, she heard that I had did an interview on YouTube. So her and I got on the phone, and she was like, yo, stop getting on there, putting your stuff out for free. I can get you paid to do an interview. I was like, for real? I was like, well, I don't want to hear that stuff. She was like, just let me handle it. So I was like, all right, cool. So her and I used to talk. She said she was gonna reach out to a few people. She had reached out to 3 different things. She had reached out to Vlad, Say Cheese, Big Facts, and Vlad hit right back and was like, yeah, let's do something. Did we negotiate the price like 4 or 5 times? And when we finally came to the price, he sent the W-9 form. You had to pay taxes on that money, so he looked out. And I see she kept her word that she can get me paid, to do interviews. So as her and I were putting all that together, I was still living at the female house that my buddy had hooked me up with, and she going on the phone, playing on the girl phone all night. The girl was like, yo, I hear this voice, this certain kind of voice calling my phone, like, oh. And coming from me, I say the people where I stay, they be asleep, so kind of find it was her, and she playing on the girl phone, doing all kind of childish stuff, and I moved away from that situation, got my own spot, my name on the lease, but nobody can kick me out, so, I continue to work, and I started hanging out, going to, when I say hang out, not no clubs and all that, at Walmart. Go to Walmart, get little groceries here and there, sightsee, there's a lot of stuff in Walmart, that you can see. Then from there, I don't know what else to say.